Hello everyone, my name is Jennifer and welcome to Best Kept Plans. Today's video is going to be a plan with me for the week of March 6th through the 12th, 2023, using my B5 Archer and Olive notebook. If you're interested in seeing that, please stick around. So I thought I'd do something a little bit different this week. Instead of doing a regular voiceover and speeding up my plan with me, I'm actually going to be filming this and sharing this in real time. I'm going with a much simpler spread, something where I'm only using pens, mild liners, and washi tape. So that's kind of the ideal way to do one of these real-time videos. And I thought I'd give that a try. I've never done that before, and I thought it would be fun to do. So we are going to be using my B5 Archer and Olive notebook. I'm going to be dividing each page into 4 sections, going with a very simple layout. I'm going to be using these 4 washi tapes. These 2 are from AccordingtoAli, and these 2 are from TheCoffeeMonsterzCo. And then I will be using a mild liner. This is, I think, in color like Dusty Rose or Mild Rose or something like that. I will be using my Pentel Energel in 05 for writing out the dates and days of the week. And then to separate my boxes, I'm going to be using my Micron in 08. So we're going to start with me putting in my mild liner to serve as basically a background for all of my headers. So I haven't done a spread like this in a while, so I am going to reference one that I've done in the past. I think I did one, I did one very similarly back in February, and so I just kind of want to see how I have everything lined up. So I'm going to be going 2 down and 1 over to do my March background here. And I'm really not being very delicate in the way that I do this. Like, it's going to look messy, and I'm very okay with that. So that's going to be where I put in March and then what week it is. And then I'm going to be doing headers along here for the dates and days of the week. I'm sorry about having to tilt my notebook, but I am a lefty, and so while actually when I'm writing, I don't tend to do that. The way I have to film this video, it's way easier for me to do it. Okay, so I'm going to leave probably 2 spaces on either side. So I want my lines to be that long. And again, these are messy, and that's okay. I'm kind of going for that look in a sense. So okay, and then 2 over and 2 over. Okay, and then we'll do the lines on the bottom here. And then this is where I sometimes get a little confused, but I think it's right here we should be at. Oh, maybe I'm not over enough. Maybe right here. Okay. And then 2 over from here. So I do always like these headers to kind of be centered. Like, I don't mind that they look messy in terms of like the way the lines are for my mild liner, but I do like the actual like headers to be centered on the page. And then this last one here, 2 over and okay. And I'm just going to add 1 more line in here just because all the other ones had 4 lines. Okay, so next what we're going to do is I'm going to put in my washi tape, and then I'm going to go in and letter everything because I want to give this time to dry. So I picked out 4 washis. I usually only use 3 washi tapes when I do, this fun stuff, but I decided to try out 4 just for some variety. And so I'm going to be starting with this like classic emoji head washi, which I think is so stinking adorable. And I'm going to put that across here. And usually when I do this kind of layout and I use washi, I try to do like a little bit up here and then a little bit in the bottom corner. But I might only do it up here because I'm not using any quote stickers this week. So we'll see what happens. We'll see how I feel once I get the initial washi down. And then I'm going to put this on top. And the way I like to kind of lay down my washi, I guess, is really to vary it up, honestly. Like I like to vary the lengths of the washi. Like this one here, I'm going to make extra long, because that's just kind of what I'm going for. I kind of almost want to, because that kind of looks funny, I feel like. Maybe I want to, but I don't want to cover up that emoji washi too much, so we'll go with this. So I'm making it extra long. It's going into the other box. It's going to go into the Monday box, but I'm okay with that. I kind of want it to do that. Let's see here. Is that straight? That looks pretty straight to me. And this washi here is I think this is the Book Nerd 2.0. I think that's what that washi is called. And then this last one is just this really pretty gray washi, and I'm going to put just a little bit of that over here, and that's it for the washi in that area. I don't know that I love that, to be totally honest. I kind of don't love the way the spotted washi looks, so I might try to take that spotty washi out and put it somewhere else. I'm thinking maybe if I peel this one up and I peel this one up, I might be able to get it to look a little cuter. Let's see. So I'm going to put this here and we'll see how this looks. I kind of think this is going to be what we're going to go with. Right? Yeah, see, I like the way that looks. Okay, let's just make sure that I'm not letting the washi get all bunched up. Getting a little bunched up here. Okay, so now that I have those three down, I'm going to add this piece back in, but I'm going to put it down here. I'm actually going to put it underneath the classic Emoti head washi. And let's see. I think this will look so cute. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's definitely it. All right, that looks much better to me than the way that I initially put it down. So that's the washi I'm going to put down for now. I'm going to do my lettering, and then we'll come back and see if I decide to add some into the bottom corner. So let me zoom on in here because I want to make sure you guys have a clear look at my lettering here. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do with lettering. I think I'm just going to kind of go and use this kind of like funky font that I've been using a lot lately. It's like a mixture of lowercase and uppercase letters, and I kind of have some of the letters be a little bit more stylized, like this A. I'm going to do an uppercase R here, and then I'll do a little C, and my final H. Do want to darken up this that doesn't look great. I didn't get directly over my first rundown, so some of the letters are a little bit thicker than others, but that's okay. And week of the year, I like keeping track of the week of the year. This is going to be week 10. So I'll put that right in here. Same thing, kind of using that same font. Mixture of upper and lowercase letters, a little bit of a stylized look to it. So I like doing the E's like very, very big at top with the like tail being very small. And we'll even vary the heights a little bit and have our K with our tiny little arms. And then this is going to be week 10. So we'll add that in there. Perfect. I really like the way that that looks, actually. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue with the rest of the week. I might speed this up. I don't know. If I can find something interesting to talk about, maybe I won't. But I'm going to start with doing the days of the week. All right. So it's going to be the 6th. And I always do these the same way. Like I do the day of the week, and then I'm going to do like a little circle in the middle, and then I'm going to do or the date, a circle, and then the day of the week. And again, I'm going to use that same font. Just vary it up a little bit. And I'm going to do abbreviated days of the week just so that it doesn't take too long. So what can we chat about? I think I'm going through a little bit of like a planner crisis, to be totally honest. What do I mean by that? I feel like I'm almost getting a little bit, I don't want to say bored. Like, I'm not bored using my Archer and Olive. Like, I absolutely love my Archer and Olive. I think what I'm having difficulty with is I'm almost craving a little bit more. I feel like I've been in the Archer and Olive for literally almost a year now. I started using one in April of last year, and I think it's just the lack of having any type of guidance week to week in terms of layout is starting to kind of wear on me a little bit. Before using this, I'd never done something that was so free-flowing before, and while I absolutely love the creative license that using the Archer and Olive allows me to have, I feel like sometimes I just want to be able to like open it up and have a layout already set and ready for me to go. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like having to come out with like, okay, like what layout do I want to use this week? Like, having to put the structure of that layout into play can become like a little, I don't know, tedious. And I feel like that's what I'm currently feeling. So I don't want to abandon my Archer and Olive because I love the way that the setup of this came out this year. Like, I love the setup, and I love the way that it's been working for me over the last 2 months. But I feel like maybe 10. I feel like maybe I might end up in a scenario where I'm kind of trying to use 2 planners at once for a little while just to see how I like using something with a little bit more of a little bit more structure to it, and then kind of go from there. And to be totally honest, if in an ideal world, I would have really wanted to try the Hemlock and Oak planner right now, because the pages are really thick. They're not the same thickness as an Archer and Olive, but they're thick enough that I think you can use like ink and stamps and stuff like that with them and not have a lot of bleed through. And I really want to be able to keep using ink and stamps and stuff like that because I love that stuff. And so that's kind of ideally what I would have really liked to try out right now, but they're sold out on their website. And so that doesn't seem like it's going to be able to be a possibility. And so I did actually end up purchasing a Hobonichi Cousin. I'm loving using my Hobonichi Weeks as my on-the-go planner. Like, it works so well for me. I'm so glad that I ended up deciding to take the plunge and just try it out. The paper was really something that I was very hesitant about because I love thick paper. And knowing that the paper is like literally the opposite of that, it really made me very hesitant, but I decided to give the Hobonichi Weeks a try. And even though the paper is not my favorite thing in the world, I really love the layout of the planner, and it's just working very well for me, very functionally as an on-the-go planner. So I ended up purchasing the Hobonichi Cousin to try out. And again, like, I'm not thinking that I'm just going to like abandon my A5 Archer and Olive notebook. Like, I think what I'm going to do is maybe use both of them in tandem for a while, just to kind of see if I even like the Cousin. Part of the reason why I chose that is because it's an hourly layout, which is what the Hemlock and Oak is. And so oh shoot, this is supposed to be Saturday. No. So I'm hoping it'll give me like a feel of what using a Hemlock and Oak would be like. So that's kind of part of why I chose the Hobonichi Cousin to give a try. But we'll see what happens. Like, I don't even think I'm going to like do plan with me's in that or anything like that. I think I'm just going to leave that for myself as kind of like an experiment for the next few months and see what happens. And then again, like whenever it is that Hemlock and Oak releases their next planner, which I don't think they do a mid-year. I think it won't be literally until January 2024. I really kind of want to give that planner a try. Okay. Now that we have everything written out here, I am going to do some more washi. I do want to add some more washi. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start out with this tape here. And I just want it to be a little bit varied from the little cluster that we have in the top left corner. So I'm going to do a little short piece of this, and then I'm going to do my book washi here, and I'm going to make this a longer piece, but not super long. Okay, and then I'm going to make my classic emoji head piece much longer. So that's the one that'll go into Saturday. And there we have that. Oh wait, I put it too low. That's too low. I don't want it to cover up the other washi that much. Okay, here we go. And then lastly, we'll add in this speckled washi from AccordingtoAli, and I want this piece to be a little longer as well, but let's see, maybe here, maybe here, no, I think here. Okay, there we go, because I really want the focus to be on the TCMC washi. If you guys haven't been able to tell, like, I have been obsessed with the TCMC washi. I'm kind of becoming obsessed with TCMC in general. She's about to have her anniversary sale, and I am going to go bananas on it. And I really, really shouldn't, because I'm trying to be really good about my spending, but I just love her stuff. And I've always loved her stuff. I've just been kind of too afraid to purchase it or use it. And I can't give you guys a good enough reason as to why. Like, it was very irrational. And so every time she'd have a sale or a new release, like, I would like be so into all of her products, but I would just be too afraid to purchase them. And then I would like kick myself afterwards because I'd be like, I just want that pretty washi. Like, I'm still kicking myself that I didn't get the Star Wars washi. I'm kicking myself that I didn't get the Summer Critters washi. I think the Summer Critters washi is like so gorgeous, and it just makes me sad that I don't have it. So she has her anniversary sale. I think it's tomorrow. I'm filming this on Saturday, and I cannot wait for it. Like, I'm very, very excited. I'm gonna buy, honestly, too much stuff, and I'm now realizing I did make a little bit of a mistake here. I should have put these bottom rows down one, because I'm supposed to put the line right on top. So I'm actually going to put the line one higher than I should be putting it, which means that the boxes on the bottom are going to be longer than the boxes on the top, which really is unfortunate, but I don't want to kind of like cut into my headers here. So that's unfortunate, but hopefully you won't be able to tell too much, because it's just only one box up from where it should be. Okay, so here's the final line we're putting in, and then we're going to be all done with this Plan With Me. This was fun. I hope you guys enjoyed me doing it this way. I don't know that I'll ever do it this way again. We'll see. We'll see how long this video actually ends up being, but it was pretty cool to do it. So I hope you enjoyed this. Again, very simple spread for this week, but I am going to be adding in some little TCMC stickers throughout the week as I'm writing in my to-do list and stuff like that. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and as always, everyone, please be safe. Bye-bye.